Good morning, y'all. Happy first day of school. I have a feeling, I'm just gonna let you know, this week is going to be a lot of reflecting, and I mean that's usually what my vlogs are anyway. I will show you what I can, but it's always before and after school. I didn't even introduce myself. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brianna and today starts my 4th year teaching 3rd grade. I curled my hair. I'm wearing these huge earrings from Target that are weighing me down, but I'm getting used to them, so that's good. I'm wearing my happy first day shirt from Vanessa from my 2nd grade life. It's so funny because she sent this to me before I even really knew her, and then I met her in Miami, so that was cool. But this one's from her design from last year, but I mean, you can only wear it like once. So I'm wearing the same exact outfit that I wore last year. But yeah, it's 6:22 and I'm gonna head to school. I need to make an anchor chart. I need to make copies. I'm not as ready as I was last year, but that's totally okay. So I'm gonna go do that and I will see you when I see you. Hey y'all, first day is done and I'm really tired. It was a very weird, different day because I'm not used to having enrichment on day 1. Enrichment is our specials. Last year we had them Wednesday and Friday. This year we have it Monday, Friday. And so the whole morning I was just waiting for the time to come when I would have to bring them. So it kind of like affected what I was doing. I'm like, well, we don't have enough time for this, so I can't start this, but like, I don't want to make them sit around anymore. And see you tomorrow. I won't. And so let me just walk you through my day. So I got to school really early. I briefly made my anchor chart, which I'll show you in a moment. I got all my copies made. I got everything passed out and ready to go. And I sprayed an air freshener way too much. I just really wanted it to smell sweet in here and I just went really overboard. So I had to open my windows and I smelled up the whole building, you know, good. But my kids started coming in and I had them make their lunch choice and I had them sort some supplies and then I had them go sit back into the hallway and read, because what I'm going to have them do as their morning routine is come in, make their lunch choice, unpack, grab their book and go sit in the hallway. And then whoever I need in the classroom I can pull in, but we are not doing morning work this year. We're doing morning tubs. So they get to build just like STEM bins and stuff. Battleship, Jenga, Connect 4, just anything that makes them get their minds started in like a fun way, you know? But I'm not going to explain that until later this week. So I did have this on their desk and I just looked this up and it was a freebie on TPT or something. Last year this was great and I'm like, draw a picture from what's already there and then you can color it, but they were not about it at all. So I just didn't have time to like sit down and go through their paperwork and I'm like, okay, well I guess we'll get started. But then our assistant came in and she said they had donuts for us in the teacher's lounge, so I went to go get a donut and I came back and they were talking about what they did this summer and we were like sorting supplies before that. So we had been sitting in our seats for a while. I was like getting them situated with their newsletter and their folder. We were talking about what the newsletter is. We were talking about Fun Friday, behavior. I was like mentioning Class Dojo. As I was thinking of things, I was just talking about them. And so I'm like, we need to do something different. Like we've been in our seats for a really long time. So I brought them to the carpet and I started reading Rock, Paper, Scissors, The Legend of Rock, Paper, Scissors, because I was like, we need to do something fun. So I was going to do the activity that Hello 3rd Grade Jess talked about, where she had her kids play rock, paper, scissors, and then whoever lost would cheer that person on when they went and found someone else to play with. But we read the book and then I'm like, well, it's really close to when we have to leave for enrichment. So I'm like, well, let's line up and take a bathroom break. And I thought we had enrichment at 9:30. No, we have it 9:45. So we're in the hallway and I'm like, well, guess we're gonna take a tour of the school. So we walked around the school, but we came back. We still had like 5 minutes before I had to bring them. So they sat down and I'm like, all right, let's practice lining up again. And then I brought them to enrichment for the day. And I came back in here and I keep getting this sharp pain right here. It feels like a brain freeze. And it happened last night. And then it happened while they were at enrichment. And it's just like a shooting pain, like, and it comes and goes, and then it comes again. And I'm like, what, am I having a brain aneurysm? So I took some Advil and I felt better, and I tried to just like drink my coffee, drink my water, eat some food, but that was that. When they came back from enrichment, we went to recess. We don't normally go to recess when we have PE, but since it's the first day of school, I just brought them. And then we went to lunch, and so we really didn't do anything all morning. Not much, at least. When we got back from lunch, we played rock, paper, scissors, and the first time they did it, they were like embarrassed and weren't about it. The second time they got more into it, which was cute. I think some of them just didn't really understand the directions. So it was nice because it tied into a lot of the things that we were doing today about being there for each other and being a family. So after that, we read Eraser, which is actually a really cute book about like including everybody and realizing that you are important and you do have something to bring to the table. And I tied that into a reading lesson of asking questions, the 5 W's, and I had planned some sticky noted questions throughout the book, and then I asked a lot more, and we just like talked about it. And my kids are really great at responding to questions. And then from there, I'm like, okay, well now I want to ask questions about you and learn about you. Before that though, I did my PowerPoint about me before we went to the carpet. Sorry, the day's a blur. And so I have Misfits first day task cards around the room, and they used their first day paper. It says first on the front, day on the back. I don't want to show you though because the student's name is on it. We talked about writing in complete sentences. I have some amazing writers. They did so well, and I turned the whisper light on and I'm like, you can talk to your friends. I know it's been a while since some of you may have read. If you need help, ask people around you what it says. That's okay. But they spread out and they got right to work and they were silent. And I'm like, oh my God, what? I'm like, you guys are such good workers. And they wrote so much. Like, they were so into writing it down and like pleasing me, and it was just awesome. Not all of them finished because by that time it was almost the end of the day. And I'm like, oh no. I had them do their book survey, which is a form I have them fill out. I don't think it's in my TPT. It might be. I'll link it down below. I think it is. It might be attached to my book bingo. I don't know. I'll find it and I'll link it down below. But I just have them answer a few questions so I can recommend a book to them. So I've picked out their books and I've laid them out on their desks, and their morning work tomorrow is going to be to start reading it. And I'm going to talk about how the first couple pages you might not enjoy it, but we need to just at least test it out. I did that, and then when they were done with their book survey, I had them get their backpack, and we quickly wrote in our agenda because we hadn't even done that, and it was the end of the day. So it flew by. I actually did get everything accomplished in my plans. Something I did that I didn't do last year is their first day pictures with the apple. I took them when we were outside at recess, so it didn't cut into anything we were doing, which is awesome. The only thing we didn't get to do was my cafeteria sort, which we can do tomorrow. My friend created it our first year of teaching, and it's literally just things like sentences of things that people might do in the cafeteria, like throw food, get up out of your seat, sit quietly and only talk to the people around you. And they're cut in strips of paper, and you sort it into things you do at lunch and things you don't do, just for a different way to talk about expectations. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And yeah, I have a math lesson for tomorrow. It's just review. And I have a reading lesson, which is very brief. And they can't even tell that it's a lesson. They feel like it's a beginning of the year activity, which is nice. It's about picking books from the library, a Just Right book, the 5-finger rule, So I have to make sure I'm ready for that, and then I'm going to do some other like team building activities that I have to decide what I want to do. So I'm not exactly planned for tomorrow, but I'm exhausted. I'm going to head out and plan at home after I have like dinner. I think I'm gonna get Panera because there's no way I'm cooking tonight. And yeah, my kids are super sweet, super sweet. I think it's gonna be good. I am down to 18, which is crazy. This is the smallest class I've ever had. Last year I had 23. The year before that I had 28. So I'm excited. I'll back up and I'll show you my outfit. I'm wearing these earrings from Target. They were a little heavy this morning, but I don't feel them anymore. I did curl my hair this morning, but you know, whatever. Like I said earlier, this is my first day shirt from Vanessa, my second grade life. And then this skirt I actually bought when I was like in 7th grade from Old Navy, and it has pockets. It's super thin, but it does the trick. I'm just wearing my little sandals from Old Navy. I wear these literally every day. I'm gonna head out and rest up and get my mind wrapped around tomorrow because it's a full day. I don't have enrichment and a nice little break. I will have these kiddos all day, and I need to keep them engaged because there were moments today, it was only this morning, like it was literally only this morning, and like we had to do, like I had to send them to their cubbies one by one to make sure they were doing it correctly. And I mean, I was bored and I knew they were bored, but also like it's the first day of school, like it's expected. But I would like look at my plans because I'm like, didn't I have something exciting planned for right now? But I mean, I did what I had planned and it was what we had to do. So it was fine. I'm just tired. So I'm gonna go home and stop rambling, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. I don't have lipstick on yet, but I need to head out because it's 6:48, like almost half an hour later than I left yesterday, which is fine. However, I don't really have all my copies made. It was just like a hectic start to the school year, so I gotta go. But I am wearing this super cute shirt from the boutique, and I will show you more later. I'm obsessed. Chic Soul. It's a little bit big because they are a plus size website, but you know, whatever. Hey y'all, I survived day 2. I need to rearrange some furniture because I have 2 less students than I thought. Well, I'm assuming they're not here anymore because they're still on my roster, but they haven't shown up. I'm gonna rearrange desks, and I guess I'll keep their desks in here just in case. But that's what I'm going to do right now. We just had a really long meeting after school about iStation. So I'm gonna do that and then wrap my head around tomorrow. All right, so I have those 2 desks just stacked there until those kids are off my roster. I just want it just in case. But I have gone ahead and I kept my 2 groups of 5 at the front. This one has moved over because of the heat from the projector. I'm just trying to help that student out. Also, I had more room over here, so these needed to be separated a little bit. So I pulled that out, and then I have 2 groups of 4 in the back, which is what I wanted. So that's awesome because I only have 18 kids. So that's going to be helpful. I already know I have to move some seats. I'm gonna give it a few more days. I need to make their name tags. I was waiting on their numbers because I do have their numbers on their name tags. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and print those out tonight, at least have them for next week. But that is that. I'm gonna go through my plans right now and reflect on them. We did a lot of stuff with base 10 blocks in math today. My kids are really good. Like, I made these last year, a number mat with all different ways that we can discuss numbers, and we did this side together and then they did this side on their own, and honestly they only really had trouble with saying if it's odd or even. So they are with it in math, which is awesome, and it's very mental math too. Tomorrow we're jumping into another lesson. We're using our new Into Math program. There's a fly-in here, you know, they just follow me from home. My makeup is not holding up, so I need to adjust and figure out. They answered questions in their notebooks. We read The Jelly Donut Difference to talk about kindness, and we've been working with Goodreaders ask questions and answer questions. So I posted questions about the story on the board and they wrote in complete sentences in their notebooks. They look beautiful. While they did that, we went through library procedures and I had them pick books out for their book boxes, which we will need to discuss tomorrow because some of them are not looking so hot. So we did that. We talked about iPick. I don't know why this is spun around. It must have fell. We talked about the 5-finger rule. So this is our anchor chart from yesterday. I still have to fill in the bubbles, but 5-finger rule, iPick, I'm going to hang those up there. I've not been sitting on that stool. I've actually been sitting on this bench. I brought it in and I put it over here, and I like it because I push the pillow to the side. And then I have like my papers sit right there. So that's been awesome. It's also really cute to see the kids spread out around the room. They love those chairs. I want to get more of them. And they love these too. We haven't really talked about my expectations for them quite yet, so I'll need to get into that. We played Jenga. When they pull the piece, there's a color on it and they answer the question. That's in my TPT store, and for some reason it's like my top seller. I also realized it used to say 4th and 3rd grade, so I changed it to work for any grade. I apologize if you bought that and it says 4th grade. That was silly of me. I think I just threw it on there a while ago, so I updated it. You can go in and get the updated version. And then we also did the Jelly Donut activity. So since I read The Jelly Donut Difference, which is this book, we went ahead and did this little freebie from TPT that goes with it. They wrote words that remind them of kindness. I know this one is difficult to see. This is a no-name friend hanging out here. And then they wrote a sentence. I show kindness to friends when I'm speaking, I think this is supposed to say, but we need to fix this. I would show you the ones in the hallway that are complete, but they do have student names on them. We practiced whispering a lot today because there was the long time where they were coloring and cutting and putting that together, and I'm like, you can whisper, but we talked about our voice boxes, and so some of us are good at that. I just have one table that's very talkative, so hopefully some seat changes will help that. And then I did the scavenger hunt around the room, which is like questions like, where is the pencil sharpener? Where do you turn in your papers? Where are the trash cans? Just so they can get a flow for the room. That's pretty much it. I am going to get my stuff together and head out for today, wrap my head around tomorrow. I need to start thinking about when I'm introducing each different type of center, because we're getting like independent work down. We've done the task cards because we did Misfits first day task cards and they did great with that. So maybe tomorrow I'll do half of them do the independent and then half of them do the task cards around the room, and then we'll swap. That's how I introduced it last year. When I'm starting centers, I add one on at a time, or I'll do just 2. So like half of them will be at their seats while the rest of them will be around the room doing the task cards. And then the next day I would have half of them at their seats and half of them on the Chromebooks or something like that. I also need to come up with an activity to introduce the Chromebooks because this is their first year with them. So I need to think about that. It's just been exhausting because normally we're completely planned and we're just not, because it's just been a lot of new things. So my hair's horrendous. It's going good. I was really tired by the end of the day and I could tell the kids were over it. It was a long day. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. I have an amazing group, like amazing. I'm so blessed. They all do their work for now. So I'm gonna head out and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, day 3. It's past 7 o'clock. I fell asleep at 6 o'clock last night. I woke up like randomly throughout the night and I fell asleep on the couch. And so I finally went to my bed at like 11, and then I was up at like 2 and I couldn't fall back asleep. My sleep schedule, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, but we're gonna head to school and it's going to be a great day, even though none of my plans are in my plan book yet. Let's go do that. Hey guys, I survived day 3. You can tell I pick off my makeup by the end of the day. I think it lasted a lot better. Like, I think my makeup lasted a lot better today, and I don't pick it off until the end of the day when I'm stressed out and we're planning, and it just doesn't flow as smoothly as I wish. Hi, I survived the 3rd day of school. I've just been organizing my desk after school today. It is 6 o'clock. Today I did a reading lesson kind of about nonfiction. My kids finished picking books from the library. Math, we started our new program into math. We did some decomposing of add-ins and just regular addition. It was interesting. I am lacking motivation. Last year I feel like I had so much more motivation and drive and just energy. Today during lunch I was so beyond exhausted, and I drank an extra cup of coffee this morning. I need to make sure I have breakfast in the morning because I need energy. Like, I can't do this without energy. And I mean, I don't know, it's been tough because in the past we've had this whole week planned out. Now granted, we have math and reading planned out, and then like we're using the extra time for team building activities and procedures and anything that we need to do in our classroom, which is great. I just feel like I'm not as on track as I should be. Actually, I probably have taught more than anybody else. I don't know, just for my standards, I always feel like I'm just not doing enough, but I'm probably doing more than enough. So I just need to recognize that. I have a few friends that really like to talk, and I have one table group that's fantastic, and I don't want to move kids away from that table group and put them in a different one to spread out the talkers, but it might have to happen. I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm winging it, and I don't want to wing it. But last night I fell asleep at 6 o'clock, so like, I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling. Like, I have never been this tired in my life. Now, right now I have energy, so I had a bunch of bins of supplies back there that I diminished and put away. I have one of those small paper boxes in my cabinet with all of my extra erasers, glue sticks, Expo markers, nope, erasers, glue sticks, pencils, I think that's it. All of those extras are in there because I have the rest pulled out in bins. I put task cards up around the room for addition. I think I'm going to introduce half the room does independent practice tomorrow, half the room does task cards. I also need to come up with a Chromebook activity because I want to start Chromebooks tomorrow. Actually, that's something I can do right now. I have these cards from last year. I need to put the kids' logins on these cards. Oh, that is loud. I'm taking this whole stack home. This is my kids' addition and subtraction page. I have their first day task cards that I just want to read through and make little comments on them to send them home. Just a few other things so I can make sure I'm on track in reading and math. Like, I just want to be prepared for my lesson, you know? Refresh my memory of what I'm doing and what exactly I should be teaching. It's just been more exhausting than I've ever felt, or I just don't remember feeling this way at all. I don't know. I'm gonna get my stuff together and head out. I've organized my classroom, which is good because I looked at everything and I'm like, I could do that tomorrow morning. No, but hopefully I'll be here earlier tomorrow because that's a necessity. All right, I will see you guys then. I hope you are not as tired as me, or if you are, let me know. We're in this together. Bye. Hey y'all, I'm exhausted, so I didn't film at school today. I'm also losing my voice and I sound like a man currently. Super nasally. I don't I don't know. I just raised my voice a lot today, and after resting it for a while, I guess I sound like this, which makes no sense to me. Like, I hear myself and I'm like, whoa, that is weird. I'm wearing this pink top from Chic Soul. It's super cute, and this is part of the reason that I loved the website, because of this embroidered shirt. It reminds me of Jess from Hello Third Grade, her favorite dress. It just looks like it, so yes. But today was good. We got on the Chromebooks and everybody got logged in, and we made our Chromebook contract, and we did a math lesson. We talked about morning tubs. So we're getting into routine next week. Tomorrow we have enrichment, so I have planning all morning, which is nice but also overwhelming. It's good to get a break from the kids because we need to meet as a team, but also we are meeting as a team, and there's just a lot of new ideas since it's a whole new team basically, and so it's been hard for us to get into a routine ourselves of how our meetings go. So that's been a bit of a challenge, but I mean, I love everyone I work with, so it's been awesome, and I love my kids so much, so much. So anyway, I got my new teacher's crate and I wanted to open it with you guys. This is actually a different box. They used to be a lot bigger, so I'm interested to see what is inside. So the teacher's crate is a subscription box. It's $34.95 a month, I believe, and you get a t-shirt most of the time. We have some Carson DeLosa letters, which are blue and yellow, and I really like them actually. They're all different patterns, and these do match my classroom theme. Now the blue is like a navy and a light blue, but I mean, I don't know, I like it. They're all different things going on, and these letters are always great. So they're the capital ones. Awesome. There's a mug in here. Yay, it matches my shirt. It says teach your heart out, and that looks like Rae Dunn font. I could, no. Guys, this is my first Rae Dunn mug. I've never had a Rae Dunn mug. That is beautiful. I want to bring this one to school. I don't know. This is so nice, and it's like oddly shaped. I don't know. I love it. I definitely teach my heart out, if you couldn't tell. All right, we got a border, which is these like stars with like medals in the back, like a tin roof, it looks like, in the background. Of course, this doesn't match my theme, so I will not be using this in my classroom this year, but it's always nice to have a border. Star stickers, which are perfect for behavior charts or just putting stickers on papers. A while ago, or no, I did it last year too. Every time my kids make a B or an A, I put a sticker on their paper because that's important. And then there is this cloth tote bag. I teach for all the little reasons. Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. That is so precious. And that is all actually that is in the box this month. But I mean, this is beautiful. This is precious. And then I know these letters were probably like $10. And then some border and stickers as well. So just a good back to school box. And I'm gonna go rest my voice. I'm gonna go rest. I made myself dinner and I've already eaten. It is it's 7:20, but it's tough to go back to school for an entire week straight, your first week back. Like, thank goodness Labor Day is Monday because I need rest. However, my mom is coming to visit this weekend, so she's coming tomorrow to say hi to my kids. And I'm getting back into tutoring next week, and I have to send out robotics information, and we just got to get back into the swing of things. My kids have been really great about doing their work. We did task cards today, so half the class worked on independent practice while the other half did math the room, which is my task cards around the room. And then we switched so that they got a feel for that center, and they did it fantastic. Granted, I haven't checked their math, but I feel good about it. I think I'm going to have them do it again tomorrow. And I did not get to ELA today, which sounds crazy, but we were finishing up work this morning. I had to make Place Value donuts yesterday, so they were finishing it this morning. They were finishing their scavenger hunt around the classroom to identify where certain things are. Then we practice morning tubs, which is essentially kind of indoor recess for right now because I need to get more materials for my tubs, and I feel like I'm whispering now because I need to rest my voice. I'm gonna stop there. Oh, on the Chromebooks, for them to get like a feel for using them, we did a digital breakout, but they're not done with that, so we'll have to finish that tomorrow as well. But I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna go rest because I'm falling asleep while I'm talking right now. Hey y'all, no, it's not Friday. It's actually Monday, Labor Day. And this is the first time I've talked all day, so sorry, I don't know where my voice is. I just finished editing this vlog and I wanted to throw this in here because I didn't vlog on Friday, and obviously I want to tell you how my first week went. Watching it back and listening to my voice, I don't know what's wrong right now, but watching it back, guys, I was tired, if you couldn't tell. Like, I couldn't even get my thoughts or my words out, and I mean, that's real teacher life, so I'm going to leave it in for y'all. I love my kids. I actually did end up, one of my students who I thought moved actually showed up, so I do have 19 students, which is totally fine, and then the other student has been removed from my roster, so I'm set at 19, which is still a really great number. And yeah, I am feeling much more energized than last week. I'm really glad last week is over. I know so many people like get so excited for the first week of school, and I was excited, but it is exhausting. And even though it's fun for the kids, I don't think it's as fun for teachers. You're getting into routines and procedures, and it's just repetitive and boring, and then, oh, here's an activity you could do while I sit down and get my life back together for a moment, and paperwork, and it's just a lot. So I'm so glad it's over with, and now my kids kind of understand my expectations, or they're at least starting to, and we can get into the flow of a normal school year. I know a couple other of my teacher friends on YouTube were explaining this too, like when you get back into your routine, it's just so much better. So I'm looking forward to teaching all subjects this week on a normal schedule, and I think I'm going to try to start guided reading. I just want to start it from the get-go. I think I'm only going to do 2 groups a day this week just to get a feel for it and get into the flow of things. I also have to figure out what my groups are going to be. I am feeling much better. I hope that I didn't bum any of you out too much, but I was so tired this week. It was also dealing with like my anxiety. Like, I didn't really have anxiety, but when I feel hungry, I make myself think I'm having an anxiety attack. I don't know. It's weird. I'm trying to work through it. I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions for me, leave them down below. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on your notifications. I'm going to try to post frequently, but you know, it's the beginning of the school year. I start tutoring this week after school, tomorrow actually, so I have to get my stuff together for that. I have to look through my robotic stuff and figure out what exactly I'm going to send home. It's going to be a very busy year, but I think that's good for me, especially my situation right now. I need to keep myself busy. So yes, you can't really see them, but I got a beautiful bouquet at the farmer's market with my mom yesterday. Okay, I'm going to go. I hope you all had a wonderful first week of school, or if you're starting this week, I wish you the best of luck. Drink lots of coffee, get as much rest as you can, and don't forget to eat, because that is so important. So if you have any favorite like fast but filling breakfast ideas, leave them down below. It's very hard for me to eat that early in the morning, but like I can't eat while I'm teaching. Like, I need some help. I've been doing my protein shake, but that's not enough. So let me know down below, and I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.